Hello everyone. Welcome to the course of Internet of Things, in short IoT. In today's class, we are going to learn a new concept called Node-RED. So first of all, what is this Node-RED? To keep it simple, Node-RED is nothing but a computer program. So here the nodes indicates the connection of several elements, where these elements are nothing but the graphical boxes what you are going to see now. And to keep it in an definition way, this Node-RED is an flow-based low code development tool for visual programming. So it is originally developed by IBM for wiring together the hardware devices. So we can say, suppose if you take an Arduino IDE where you write the program which looks in the form of an instructions or the commands, but coming to the Node-RED environment, you can see the graphical user boxes or graphical boxes which are nothing but a small piece of programs, where whenever you connect those boxes together or the graphical boxes together, it will form into a connection of codes or connection of programs through which you can make a complete code for an IoT application. Now, what is this RED? So RED stands for Rapid Event Developer. Now, let's take an example of an real-time scenario where I will be showing you an wildlife scenario. What you can see here is a huge forest with lot of animals. So you can see an giraffe, elephant, and some bees, everything. Okay. If you carefully observe, we can see the heart rate monitor, which comes under the health monitoring system of the wildlife. You can see some sort of drones where it covers the surveillance system of the wildlife, and you can also see the animal tracking combined with GPS technology. So we can also develop or equip some navigation or GPS tracking technologies, and you can also connect with some of the habitats where you can monitor and control various IoT devices. So if you want to develop these kind of IoT or any stream or any platform, if you want to develop this IoT, apart from normal Arduino coding, you can use this kind of Node-RED graphical user programming development platform, which helps a lot of programmers or the users to make their own code in very much easy way. Okay. Now, let's, as we have seen an application of a wildlife or a forest scenario, okay? Suppose let us say we want to use some sort of sensors to make this kind of an application. So what it takes to implement this kind of IoT applications means, now let's take one example. So if you want to interface a sound sensor, so the first point goes like, you need to connect a sound sensor to the Arduino. Now, next, what you need to do, you need to write a code in such a way that it sends an HTTP request to a server whenever noise levels exceeds a particular threshold. Now, let us say in the wildlife there is lot of noise, or there is an huge massacre or a scenario happening there where lot of noise is polluting that particular area. So whenever this sound sensor detects that particular noise or huge sound, okay, as we are implementing an IoT device, that sensor data will be sent through HTTP request to a server with the help of the code which we have written. Now, this particular server receives or creates a service, okay, as soon as it receives the HTTP request. Now, once this service is created, it sends an SMS to the supervisor. So this supervisor receives the SMS where this particular sensor data is stored in some sort of database or some cloud or something like that. Okay. So all these steps are common for any kind of IoT applications whenever it is implemented in an internet platform based. Now, coming to a basic diagram of a node, right? So once you visually program or graphically program that particular IoT application using Node-RED, that program will be linked to an IoT device, and using that program, this IoT device with the help of sensors will be transferring the data to a particular server or a cloud. Uh, from the cloud, the user will be accessing that particular data in the form of messages, posts, tweets, or mails, etc. Okay. So the specialty of using this particular Node-RED is what we are going to see now. Okay. So most of the IoT applications, so it requires some tasks such as protocols, using of protocols like HTTP and MQTT, where HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, which uses the request response model, and where MQTT stands for Message Queuing Telemetry Transport, which uses the uh, publish and subscribe model. And in many of these IoT tasks, we will be receiving the data in the form of emails, SMS, tweets, or you can also store and load that particular data. Okay. So for all these kind of applications, the Node-RED graphical environment platform or the graphical coding platform is very much useful. Now, let's see the environment, Node-RED development environment. If you see the toolbar over here, you can see a set of graphical user boxes, GUI boxes, or the virtual boxes, where each and every box has its own name, like MQTT, HTTP, receives HTTP requests, receive MQTT messages, transform the data, store the data, send alert. Each graphical box is nothing but one piece of code. Okay. Now, as we want to make some project, we are trying to connect all these boxes with the help of some nodes. You can see a circular joints, right? Okay, where we are wiring those particular nodes. Okay, all these circular joints are called as nodes. By combining all these nodes together, what we are doing is we are graphically or we are visually combining all the blocks together and forming a particular code such that that particular IoT will be working in our required method or required manner. Okay. So this is how it looks. This is the environment where we visually write the code, okay, in the form of boxes by joining the nodes. See. So we have taken one example, like we have an IoT device connected to some LDR sensor or some temperature sensor, some sort of sensor. Okay. Now, what we do is whenever there is a sun or it's sunny outside. Okay. So what my IoT device need to do is it need to detect the sunlight and it need to post or tweet a message in the Twitter account saying that today is sunny and the temperature is high, something like that. Okay. So what we are going to do is we are going to take the help of Node-RED, okay, visually coding environment platform, through which we are going to interface this particular sensor with an IoT device, and using this graphical boxes, we are going to join all the nodes where we are doing the programming thing over there, and we are trying to send the message to an Twitter account. Okay. So this is the basic idea of our Node-RED platform, where we can do multiple things. Okay. In the coming session, we will be seeing how this particular application's hardware will be, software will be, and how the circuit diagram will be. Okay. How the coding will be, and how the output will be shown. Everything can be seen in the coming sessions.